Poland Daily Business. Tonight we will talk about the beginning of the 2020. Some say this is also beginning of the 2020s. Some say that this is the end of 2090s. Well, depends. Jerzy Bielewicz, Gazeta Bankowa writer and analyst, is at our studio. And sir, we will start it from the tensions that we see in the world. What are the genesis of these tensions and where does it lead to?
I have contrary view about tensions. I would think that they dissipate right now. That the world order comes, there is a new world order which is to dissipate the tensions between superpowers in the world. And it's my private satisfaction recently, because I was talking about bipolar world order for 2 years, I would say. And I hear that some analytical powerhouses say the same right now. Eurasia Group consultancy is talking about bipolar war order at this point as well.
Some analysts say that we see demise of the American empire that started as a unifying world power in 1990s with the fall of Soviet Union. And now is being challenged by China. Is China able to take over America or United States and take over the Western world in consecutive? Do they have manpower? Do they have ideology? Do they have technology? Do they have will to do that?
I don't think so. And it's my deep conviction. I would say that the thesis that you sounded about decline of U.S. on the world scene was to some extent true during the Obama years. Reset with Russia, different approach to Middle East, to Central Europe. At this point, with Trump as leader of the United States, the United States rebuilds its influence all over the world, and has some close associates to rebuild its powers around the world. And surprise, surprise, it's China. This is the bipolar world that I see right now for many, many decades to come. That on one side there would be the United States, which is superior in many areas to China, and on the other side there would be China, and this would be the same, the new
What
world
about
order.
American allies in Southeastern Asia? Because there are the tensions. The China, with its aggressive policy, is endangering those nations. Like, I mean, Philippines, I mean, Vietnam. They are not really comfortable with the new assertive China.
This was the true during Obama years. The Chinese policy was very, very aggressive, because the United States withdrew from many activities, and the alliance in Asia were under question mark during the Obama years. It's not the case right now. China is no longer that aggressive in South China Sea, and we would have an agreement signed in a few days, next week, on January 15th, between the United States and China. And there would be other agreements coming, for example, regarding military and nuclear sectors with China. with China. And Russia's role is declining rapidly right now. For example, Belarus, where the United States just opened the embassy, and China is refinancing this country debt. So it's a new bipolar world order, and most of the big issue would be considered and decided between the United States and China.
So your prediction is that this year is going to be calmer than 2019 and 2018.
Exactly. And Middle East is no longer that important, because we have the biggest player on the crude oil market right now is the United States.
And that makes a whole difference. So thank you very much for this insight. Jerzy Bielewicz, Gazeta Bankowa analyst and writer, was our guest. And
thank you for your invitation.
It was a pleasure to have you. And this was Poland Daily Business.